Hello, and welcome back to Kopeh-Talk. I'm your host today, Eiji Edge, and joining me today is the one and only Genkin Takko.
Yo, what's up everyone? I'm here to start some chaos. Or maybe just some fun. Who knows?
Yeah, today we're diving into something we all deal with before. We're going to talk about misconception. Whether it's about us or how we misunderstand others, we do have stories to share. So if you have ever been judged the wrong way or misjudged someone else before, well, just stick with us and then listen to what we have to unpack.
Yeah, because let's be real. Who doesn't have at least one funny or embarrassing story where someone totally got us wrong?
Yes. So whether you're quiet like me or a whirlwind like Takko here, and stick around. We do have plenty to share, like I mentioned, about how we surprise ourselves and others. So without further ado, let's get into it. So let's kick off with something simple. Takko, what is the one thing that people always misunderstand about you?
I get mistaken for a total troublemaker all the time. I mean, yeah, I'm chaotic, but come on. There's more to me than just being a walking disaster. See, the funny thing is, people think I'm all over the place. I like to think of myself as spontaneous, not chaotic. It's just sometimes my energy can't be contained. An example will be, like me and my friends, right, when we are planning about lunch. We are thinking about like what to eat, where's the cheapest food around, or what is the very delicious food that is trending on social media. Then suddenly halfway through, I'm talking about like a new business idea, or I'm talking about what's the new game that just came out, or like, have you seen the reviews of the other games, or have you seen this news or this celebrity or what happened to this celebrity? So my friends struggle to keep up with the conversations because they feel that I don't follow the linear flow. It's like to them I just keep jumping all over conversations. But come on who when talking, right, will only talk about one topic. Obviously, when other things pop out or it's more interesting, we'll just move on to the next topic, right? We don't stick to one. And another thing is, people feel that I'm not invested in a fixed hobby or a fixed interest. It's like, today I can be learning guitar, or next week trying to learn how to skateboard, then next month obsessed with photography, or the month after that obsessed with a new game. Looks hyper to others lah. And people think that I cannot commit. But actually, it's more about curiosity and passion. It's like I can be curious and passionate about this stuff at this moment, but after when I learn it, right, then it's no longer curious to me mah. So I have to move on. So it's not that I cannot commit lah. Then when I talk, right, I always talk with big hand gesture. I get super hyped up. Sometimes even stand up when excited. But to others, right, they feel that I'm like super hyper when I talk. But it's just natural enthusiasm mah. It's like when you talk about something you're excited about, naturally you will put more hand gestures, you will talk a bit more dramatic, that kind of thing lah. Then another thing is multitasking. So usually when other people work, right, they can only concentrate on one task at a time. But for me, right, working on a project, right, I can still like reply to texts while brainstorming out loud at the same time. Then I can even like watch videos, at the background, maybe do some editing, other images. But to others, it looks very messy. But to me, it's because I can connect ideas very fast. I also can do a lot of stuff at the same time without being distracted. Then, I also like to go into new ideas without heavy planning. It's like the most I do is just light planning. It's like maybe the structure, the skeleton of how the things will work out. I prefer to just try first lah, than to spend like hours planning every single detail. Then in the end, right, imagine you plan so much detail, then you decided not to do it anymore. So people mistake it as reckless lah, like why I always like jump into it without planning one. But to me, it's like learn by doing lah. Because if you don't do right, then what if you keep planning, then you never start? There's no place to start for you. And like, all my friends also joke that I got like 99 side quests because I get inspired so easily. Like I'm doing this halfway, then after that, pop, another side quest pop up. So it's not me abandoning things. It's just like I'm exploring different passions. Then my workplace, right, looks like very cluttered. I know exactly where my stuff is. Like outsider thinks it's chaos. But to me, right, it's organized because I know exactly where my stuff is. Like when I'm doing certain stuff, I know this is there. And when I'm doing another task, then this is there. So other people just find it chaotic lah.
I mean, I do understand and agree with you. From what you have mentioned just now, I think, jumping from thing to things, different passion and all, I think that makes you the jack of all trades. But I also do know that there are a lot of people who, just like to plan first and then, do it afterwards and things like that. So maybe it's just because of that, a lot of people just think that, oh, you're like that. So they have this like a huge misconception of you. I mean, by the way, I also once thought that you are like that. So it's a lot of things that you mentioned just now, like being messy, jumping with a lot of questions. Sometimes I also wondering what is wrong with you. I mean, yeah, that's my misconception of you, of course, in the beginning. So for me itself, I think mine is a little bit more different. People actually think that I'm too serious. I give this serious vibe until that people find it intimidating. So, but then again, I just tend to keep it to myself. I'm not unfriendly, I would say. I just need some time to warm up to people. I think if it's a little bit different, but let's say if it's for work and I don't know someone and I have to do it for work, I have to know someone like almost immediately, that is, I can do it. I can actually do it quite fast just for work. But if you're talking about personal moments or personal time, I really need some time to warm up to people, like not just hey, suddenly become good friends and all. So yeah, this just me a little bit different. So just like people having a misconception of us, we also have time where we totally misunderstood someone else completely. So that leads us to the next thing that we're going to talk about. So I would say because sometimes when people have this misconception of us, right? We think that it's somebody else's fault because it's a misconception of us or from them, right? Not from us. But then again, a lot of time we also think that, hey, this guy is like that, and then this guy, this is not what they say about this guy. This is like somebody else. So yeah. So I have to be honest. I misunderstood people quite a lot. I still remember there's this one time where I thought someone was being rude to me. So it was my colleague, by the way. So he was talking really rude to me, and it sounded like he's ordering me to do things. But then again, it turned out that they were just being nervous. You see, I mean, he was new, so when he talked to me, he didn't know how I react to things. So he also didn't realize that his tone was a little bit off to me. But then again, after like a few days, I went to talk to him. Then I realized that they're just nervous because they are new, and then they also don't know me, and I just not mentioned that I have like a intimidating vibe, right? So they are very nervous when they talk to me lah. So when that happened, I just stopped that. Why is this guy so rude? Yeah. So I do want to remind. I mean, to me, I think it's also a reminder that people's behavior don't reflect their intention directly. I would say.
Oh, I definitely misread sarcasm before. It's like there's this time, right, when I'm playing a game with my friend. I thought like they are because usually, right, they don't get mad, or they usually don't use sarcasm as a joke. So usually, if they are angry, they will just scold you. Yeah, or if they are happy or they are feeling funny, they will just like make a joke lah. So there's this one time, right, where like he say something. So I thought like this person was mad at me because at the time I really don't know that they are joking. Because to me, right, I feel that they are a very straightforward person. So after that, we just sat there like awkward silence for 5 minutes. Felt like a century, man. I never even didn't not misunderstand someone completely. Oh, I can never ever. Can't ever didn't even count how many times. I did not do that. In fact, I never get sarcasm. Never at least one. Not right or left. Except I never don't. Didn't almost ever get it right. Then I think I didn't never get it not right. But really, I never really did not. Like one time my friend said, oh, it's nothing lah. And I, being never ever will always not be the wrong person I am, thought, oh, it's nothing, no need to worry. But guess what? It was not never everything. And I never didn't saw that coming. Ever. Like, I never expected nothing to be the everything I was avoiding. So now, I never ever take nothing as nothing. I always think it's something. But then I never know it is something. So I just assume it's not nothing. Which makes it probably everything. I never know what nothing means anymore. And when they say, it's no big deal, I never ever think, oh, it's totally no big deal. I'm like, nah, it's probably the biggest deal. And I never ever should have assumed it was never not a bad deal. Because honestly, if they say no big deal, it won't always not be a big deal. Now, I never ever take nothing as nothing. I learned my lesson. I will never not ignore when someone says nothing. Because that's when everything blows up in my face. But I will never not surely trust myself enough to know when not to never stop. So I will never just keep overthinking every nothing to death. It's like a never-ending cycle of overthinking. I will never not trust nothing. I will always never assume it's something. But I will never know if I'm never not right. Which makes me never ever known wrong. But also never ever known right. So at this point, I just won't ever never won't know anything at all.
Well, I think Takko just gave a tongue twister. I never ever okay, whatever. I mean, if you want, you can actually try out what he just said. Just beware, there's a little bit of inception moments, yeah. Well, having misconception for others is very common. I would like to say that. And there's also another common thing about misconception is actually the misconception of oneself. To be honest, I think I surprised myself many times when I jump into something completely outside my comfort zone. So I always have like I wouldn't say doubt, but I always have this misconception of myself not able to do something. So I think in my life there are two things that happen to me where I have misconception of myself. The first one is actually singing, particularly in the karaoke. Actually just singing, I think pure singing. The second one is actually the time where I ran my first marathon. Yeah, so I did it when I didn't train. So yeah. For singing wise is when I was young, I think I always thought that I cannot sing. I mean, I can sing Majula Singapura, and a school song every day when I was very young, primary school and all. I have no issue singing all this, but I kept it in a very monotonous tone. You see, I didn't use any key or any high pitch or whatever nonsense that I need to use. It just sounds very monotonous, like as though you are reading the lyrics of a paper or of the chart or anything. So I didn't know that I was able to sing, but I do know that I like singing. When I was in secondary school, there's a lot of the Chinese Taiwan pop songs, all this like from J Cho and then there's a lot of them lah. So all these songs I like to sing, and I do believe that I can sing with the song itself, the rhythm itself. But I have this misconception that I can only sing with the rhythm, but I cannot sing properly, using the correct key, the correct tone or anything. So I think what makes me realize that I can actually sing was actually when there's this song called Superwoman by Cao Ge. I think sometime in secondary school, I didn't know that everybody say that song was very difficult to sing, and even my classmate was, at the point when it's out, everybody was trying to sing because, secondary school, right, all the boys trying to be like, when they have their puppy love and everything, then try to sing all these things just to sound very sad and all. So I also thought I can't sing. I also have this misconception of I can't sing this song because I can't catch that key or anything. So one day we just went on to the KTV, the karaoke, and then we just sing lah. But when they asked me to choose a song, right, the first song I chose was actually the Superwoman, and surprisingly I sang quite well. I sang that song quite well, and then since then everybody starts saying that actually I can sing. It's just that I just think that I cannot sing, so I'm just being humble and all. But I would like to say that it's actually a misconception that I have for myself. Yeah. Then just now I mentioned the second thing that I would like to share is actually the first marathon run that I had. I actually didn't train for it. My first marathon actually was when I was 18 years old. After I graduated from secondary school, the first marathon I went in to try lah. I thought, since I can run 10 click, I can run 20 click, why not try a 42 click? So I just went in and I didn't train. I mean, I took longer than expected. If I'm not wrong, my first marathon run was 4 hours and 40 plus minutes or 50 minutes. Or almost 5 hours, like if I remember correctly. So it's almost like the slow running kind already. But I was quite amazed with myself because I didn't train for it, and I managed to finish it. I managed to clear the full 42 click, and it was a great experience.
That's quite impressive.
Well, yeah. So I from that point of time, and from that moment, right, actually I realized that sometimes. We actually undermine ourselves. We keep thinking that we can't do this, we can't do this. We have a misconception of ourselves saying that, we are not this kind of person, we cannot do this because we never train at all. But, just go and try. Sometimes you may surprise yourself when you do that. Yeah.
I remember a time where I was not always not calm in a really intense situation. Like, there's this time, right, where me and my family, we are overseas in Malaysia. So, we went to the counter to the hotel, right? So we already booked the hotel online before we even came over. So when we go over to Malaysia, we book a hotel and everything. Then suddenly the staff tell us, "Hey, the hotel you booked is like no longer available." Then we are like, "Huh? But we already booked already. What do you mean?" So in the end, right, they just offer us a refund. But the big issue is still there. The big issue is we don't have the hotel. So we travel all the way to Malaysia, right, to enjoy, but then there's no hotel. So everyone was panicking lah. So at that period of time, right, usually I think I will panic. I think lah. But during that period of time, right, I never panic at all. I was very calm. I just use the phone because we got internet we got the roaming. Then we just search where's the nearby with hotel and everything. So I just book a hotel. Then everyone expected me to go full chaos, but then nope, I keep it together somehow. I was not even a single bit panicking. I'm like, no hotel, then we just book. Then somehow it's Malaysia so it's very close to Singapore, so you won't really feel like you travel overseas. So the thing is I wasn't even not ever impressed with myself.
No surprise though. I think I may have seen you on multiple occasions with that. Yes, alright. I think that's it for today. Today's topic is rather short. We try to take a deep dive into misconception. So we shared about how from what we think we know about each other to the surprising ways that we can totally misread a situation, and then we ended with how we can surprise ourselves, not to judge ourselves, even ourselves. So it's quite clear that first impressions aren't always the full story lah.
Exactly. So the next time someone calls me a chaotic agent, right? Maybe they will think twice. Or maybe not lah. Who am I kidding? I'm totally chaotic.
You're definitely keeping us on our toes, I would say. But seriously, sometimes it's all about giving people the space to know who they really are. So just don't judge a book by its cover, or worse, after a few pages and then you judge them.
Yes, yeah. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Don't forget, it's okay to be a little misunderstood. Just keep being you, whether that's calm, loud, or somewhere in between.
Yes, that is right. So before we wrap up, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Kopeh-Talk for more fun, insights, and all the random thoughts you throw your way.
Yeah, don't not hit the bell icon too, so you won't never ever not miss an episode of us being us.
Yes, and never ever tongue twister again. Oh, yes. Also, stay tuned because we got something special upcoming for our 1 month debut anniversary. I think in the next episode of our talk show, we are gonna switch things up a little bit. We're gonna do something that is different. So stay tuned. Trust me, you wouldn't want to miss it.
That's right. It's not going to be not a different kind of talk show, and we have got some fun surprises in store. So don't not mark your calendars and get ready.
Yes. We'll catch you next time on Kopeh-Talk, where we explore more of the fun and quirky ways we interact with the world around us. Until then, take care. Remember, everyone's a bit of a mystery.
See ya, folks, and keep those misconceptions coming. We won't ever not be there to laugh about them.